Hey guys, this is Gus from Laredo Sabers. This is demo time for the Clan Series 6, the Darth Maul. Basically what I'm going to show you today is the two prototypes that we got in. Basically it's the media blasted cannon type hilt, as well as the DIY or polished. I always make these two versions because of the Clan Series system where you can swap parts. And it's a lot easier to match the polished versions than the media blasted, because sometimes media blasting is not a exact science. It's more of an art. So we got a little bit of a difference between finishes here and there. We've been perfecting it over the course of the year, but we're still not perfect on trying to get an exact match for the media blasting. However, for this one, I think we finally have something that matches what I would personally think it's closest to a resin cast, like the original props were. Because as you know, Darth Maul never actually had a metal hilt. All of his hilts were made out of resin. I think it was the Plo Koon style. I think at first it was just like the Mace Windu in episode 1, and then they swapped it for the BMF as we know it. But anyways, yes, it's demo time. So as you saw in the intro, one of the features, or the main feature of this hilt, is the quick disconnect. And as I've said before, this is more of a gimmick, more of a show and tell. Not necessarily something I would recommend for you to duel with, or I don't know, do high speed choreographies. This is more of a, yeah, I can break it apart easily and put it back together, and that's pretty much it. For heavy dueling as a staff, we will include a different coupling system that'll make it a solid staff. So yeah, first of all, the main hilt, or hilts, I should say, are these two babies. They're different, as you may know. We have a cover tech side and a non-cover tech side. Both of them have their unique construction, and there is a reason for it, and I'm going to demo it later. But again, the main feature is the coupling system. I try to match as close as possible to the battle damage prop. There's a picture out there, and it kind of resembles this features. So I didn't do it exactly like the battle damage one, because I wanted to add the quick disconnect. And to make it work properly, you have to do 3 posts instead of a half, or just half a moon, so that you have enough support, so it's stable enough. So all you do is just line it up about 45 degrees, and then once there, you click it into place, and then slide in the O-ring. That'll make this connection stronger, because it'll act as a kind of like a, well, it's actually an O-ring, so it's rubber against metal, so it'll put the necessary pressure so it doesn't wobble. Because even if you have the bowl plungers perfectly straight, perfectly touching each other, you still have a little bit of play in there. So the O-ring is the one that captures it all, and absorbs that movement, let's say, and then you get a staff. Again, not meant for dueling, not meant for high-speed choreographies. You can still throw it around. Probably going to do some showing off with your friends or whatever. But the main thing is just, yeah, you can break it apart like that. That's pretty much it. So a lot of the things that I'm going to show here are the contents of what you're going to get. As you can see here, I did put the O-ring in this groove here instead of here where it normally goes. the prop doesn't have like a proper groove here. So if you put the O-ring here, it's going to move around unless you put in some silicone or something so that it stays in place. But you don't want to do that, especially on this version of the hilt. Oops, the O-ring. Especially on this version of the hilt, because it does come apart right here. And the reason it does come apart right here is because you can do the mini-maul if you want to do that type of prop. I mean, the mini-maul, you might or might not know, was the first iteration of the Stafford Darth Maul. But when Ray Park started dueling with it during the filming of the movies, it was not easy to grab because it was too small. So he wanted to be a lot bigger. So they added in a couple more sections to make it longer. And this is the end result. So that's the reason. The one with the Carbotech, it's a solid piece all the way through here. You won't be able to separate it. It's just a single body right here. Speaking of parts, you will get additional knobs because when you have the coupling system, these knobs are longer. They have, oops, sorry. These are longer. The actual threads are different. And that's because it goes into the coupling system. So if you don't want to have the coupling system in there, you can remove those knobs and then put the shorter ones, like these. The shorter ones are in here as well. So you'll get, like I said, the extra set of knobs. You will get the staff coupler. This is the one that I was mentioning. You can use this one for the to make the staff solid. You can do high speed and dueling if you want with this one instead of the coupling system. You will also get a different emitter piece. The one that I have right now is I don't know if it's the Hero or which one it is, but it's the one that doesn't have any ring around here. So that's the one that's currently placed. And it's two materials. This is aluminum and this is steel. So this one is more like the FX emitter piece so that you can put in your blade plug and it'll have, again, 3 different types of materials, or 2, I should say, aluminum, steel, and steel. Again, it was just to give it a little bit of contrast so it looks cooler. So yeah, you also get a different connection piece for the emitters. I'll show you why. This is an extra piece. And now finally, you'll get some additional hardware for the coupler, just in case you accidentally break one of these. These are made out of steel and it's going to be hardened. So it will be strong, but don't take my word for it. It's just simple physics. I mean, the coupler is very small, so it won't last long if you start hitting it or playing too much with it. So just a bit of warning. Again, it's more for show and tell than anything else. I wish it was possible to make it much stronger, but unfortunately, if I were to do that, then we start to get into inaccuracies with the hilt. This section would be too much or too long, sticking out too much. So again, you start to lose accuracy when you want to make things longer and stronger, harder to break, and so on. So yeah, that's the last set of parts. And now I'm gonna just show you the construction of the emitter, which is which I mentioned this piece is for. So let me remove the emitter. Again, this is compatible with other hilts in the Clan Series line. And this piece turned out to be great. Much better design than the Series 4, the pommel for the Plo Koon, which had some fins that were a little bit loose, so we had to add an O-ring to that. The O-ring did the job, but I mean, it was kind of like a fix more than a design intent. So obviously, feedback from you guys is important to me. So I wanted to redesign this piece to make it much more robust. And I remember when I did the Slayer of Clones, that one had a screw design for all the fins. I'm going to pause it right here real quick. Sorry about that. So again, yeah, screws was the trick here. So if you remove the coupling piece, and the reason this one is different from this one is because this one has some vented holes. These are meant for sound. So since the whole thing is closed, I wanted to have some holes here and there in multiple spots so some sound can come out if you decide to install it. So when you remove this piece, you'll see here tons of screws here. All these little screws are meant to hold each and every one of those fins. And that's how you do it. That's the best way to hold each of the fins. You can even remove the whole front piece, and all the fins are like super sturdy. They won't move at all. All right, so speaking of the front piece, I'm gonna put this back together first. And I'm gonna remove the top piece, which is the static emitter. Again, it's made out of two parts. There's a slot here, so if you want to use a coin or a screwdriver, you can do that. This little knob here or button, you can unscrew it. Anyways, let me put in the other emitter end cap. Oops, sorry. So the front piece is made out of two parts. The blade holder has three small M3 screw holes, so that will be much stronger than just one for the blade. This is what I call the radiator. This just goes after you secure the blade. It has a stop when you put in the coupling device or connector. There's a lip in there where you can push the blade all the way in, and it'll stop at that point. That's how you know the blade is in the correct spot. I don't have a blade here right now, but you don't have to figure out where to put the blade. It's going to go all the way to that stop. Then once the blade is secure, you slide this piece over it, put it on top, and then finally the FX emitter, and then you screw it in place. So once you have the FX end cap, you can put the blade plug, and that's how it looks. I hope I can speed up the video here. Anyways, let's put the O-ring again on the port, and then there you have it. That's how the emitter works. Now, the other thing I'm going to show you are the buttons. All these are buttons. They're all the same. This button right here is a new version. It's based on the same Plo Koon design, but a little bit more accurate. And now the only thing that moves is the center part instead of all together. So it looks a lot more accurate. It's actually a pretty cool button. Very small. It's a different thread than the other ones. It's I think M7 instead of M8 because of the size. I mean, I couldn't make it bigger. I wanted to be accurate. And then the prequel button or LED bezel buttons. those are pretty much the same as prior design. All right, so I'm going to show you the next feature, which is how to convert it to a mini-maul. First, you will have to remove this section because this section needs to go in reverse. But we also have to remove the coupling device because you won't need it here. So you first unscrew the long, sorry, I'm a klutz. Anyways, you remove the thumb screws and you remove the coupling device. Okay, so once you remove the coupling device, then you'll put back on the knobs. Remember, the red one goes on the where the larger side is, and then the smaller one, or the silver knob, goes on this side. You want to line it up properly so you don't cross-thread it. Then you can put the O-rings in place. If they don't budge in correctly, you can unscrew it and then put it back on. The original ones had a 1 millimeter, maybe 1.5 millimeter. I don't remember the correct size of it, but they seem to be squished. So I added in these. Now, after you put those back in, then the silver ones need to face each other. Now, this last ring here is the clocking ring. So you want to put it all the way this direction first, and then screw this section in. It's probably not going to line up properly. Like right now, that's all the way in. So you'll want to back it up and then unscrew the clocking ring, and then try to fiddle with it until you get the proper lineup, and then you can secure it that way. Finally, you take the emitter from the Carvertech side and put it on the other side. And then you have your mini-maul. Again, it's just something you can do. You don't have to do it. I do like how it looks this way. It was the original intent when they first wanted to do a staff for Darth Maul, but again, just try to play with it. I'm pretty sure it was just too difficult for Ray Park, or for anyone actually, to do choreographies with such a small piece. But yeah, it's something you can do. You can display it this way. You can even install it if you want. That's why I put the holes here on the front side, because in this case, if you do install it, you will have to put a speaker either on this side or this side. And that's all for the mini-maul. And now we're gonna go and check out the DIY. This is for DIYers that want to do their own finishing on the hilt. You might not like the media blasted option. We have this option as well, and the silver knobs are not media blaster. They're just sanded a little bit so that they closely resemble the prop, so the grooves are not too deep. Originally on the Plo Koon and the other ones, the grooves were just too deep, too on the nose, so I asked the shop to pull back a little bit on the on the grooves. Well, actually you can't see them here. Well, kinda. But they look much closer to the actual prop. Again, these were based off a 3D scan from an actual vintage part that I was lended by a prop maker. Thank you very much. So yeah, thanks a lot for that. It totally made a lot of difference, made the whole piece much more accurate than before. The red knobs were already okay, but these were, again, like not necessarily the correct shape. They were too blocky, and these are much smoother with not too deep arc grooves as I had them before. And again, these are also quick disconnect, and then there are two versions, the CoverTech side and the non-CoverTech side. Again, same principle. This one comes apart in two places, this one does not. This one you can only remove the emitter, and here you can break it off right here. So I think that pretty much covers it. Alright, thanks. See you later. Bye.